Ah, Jesus Christ, like the 50th time I died. That's it. Nope, no more, no more. Rage quit.
Conan noobs!
Well, hello yet again there, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back to more multiplayer on Wargame European Escalation. This map is called Summer Night, and it's quite beautiful, as you can see. A lot of rivers, a lot of open fields, a lot of bridges, a lot of everything. It's, let's see, Peligro and Dynastix versus Raptor and Lennon. So anyway, before we get started here, I just want to announce to you guys that I made a couple of changes that you suggested. Sound has been changed a little bit, and with that, you'll be able to hear me via the explosions and missile firings, and so we'll be able to get a little closer to units. That's right. These units won't, you can't really see them now since they're in deploy mode, so they'll kind of show up as a kind of a transparent color. So anyway, let's look over the battlefield. Before we do that, though, I just want to show you guys the sky and everything. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just, wow. I mean, I know it's kind of, but wow. I mean, it's, it's just there for looks. It's not the highest tech thing in the map, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so, hold me accountable for taking a little bit of beauty on the battlefield. But anyway, let's get right into it. So, it's Lennon and Raptor again, and Lennon is bringing out a couple of conquers right here to start. I'll talk about the map just a little bit before we get started, though, other than the sights and sounds and whatnot. As you can see, it's even on both sides, in the sense that if we were to go over to the NATO side, by the way, we're playing as Pact versus NATO. If we were playing as the opposite side, it's basically a mirrored map, so everything's the same on the opposite side. So your key points are probably going to be Echo, since you can drive reinforcements right into the center of the map and take or attack one of these higher level areas. And also your flank. You don't want them to get to Foxtrot. But also your number 4 here is also important, because that is a huge reinforcement point zone, and that's what you want to deny the enemy and capture for yourself. That's really what most of these game modes are. There is a new game mode added, and there was free DLC over the weekend. I'm sure you saw tons of videos of that, but me and Lennon were just far too busy fighting and strategizing and stuff to figure out to make one of those videos and trying to figure out all the new stuff. A lot of changes, a lot of ATGM changes for both NATO and Pact. But anyway, let's take a look at what the enemy has here. Looks like there's a starting force for I don't know if it's Dynastix. We'll call him Dynastix here, with the 2 M151A1 command units. Jeez, so many numbers. The Bradleys here and the Leopard tanks, along with the Chaparrals. Very good mixed force. Pretty much the same over here for our buddy Peligro, except a UH-1D helicopter. No, he decided not to bring that out. Paladin, self-propelled artillery, a couple of AAs, couple of tanks, and also looks like a couple of APCs with infantry. In a moment, let's go back over to our team. Looks like for yours truly, starting with the 2 groups of Mi-24Ps, an Mi-2 Scout, and a couple of ZS U-57-2s. And it looks like the match has just started, and I'm also leaving 1 command vehicle in the back. So let's go ahead and take a look at the enemy movements then, shall we? Oh, it is a very tense moment. The beginning of the battle is just important as any other moment of the battle. So just keep in mind that, once you're playing this game, you always want to use that move fast command, and you always want to follow these highways. And put your units right in front of those highways. Don't put them in the back left corner if you plan just to take this highway. Start them a little closer to give them that extra second. So we have Peligro moving towards Delta, and we have Dynastix moving towards Bravo and Alpha. Meanwhile, sneaky, quick attack helicopter charge from yours truly. Let's get a close-up on that Mi-24P. Absolutely beautiful. I own a fleet of those. Thanks for your guys' views and comments. That helped me to afford multiple ones of those. That's how I get to work, actually, on top of the mortgage building. So we have a Huey coming in, UH-1D, bringing in standard riflemen. And actually, it might not be standard riflemen, could be paratroopers or something for all I know. And a command unit already hiding. Meanwhile, Lennon already doing a great job at defending Hotel just in case of any type of rush, which we're always afraid of. Mi-24P is moving over to this swampy island here, and looks like they're going far, far to the left. And I'm not sure exactly where that recon helicopter went. Recon is doing a little bit of scouting over Bravo, which the enemy has now just captured. Chaparral getting ready to fire at that Mi-2. And here goes the missiles. Ooh, 2 misses. And oh no, actually hitting and destroying the Mi-2 on the 3rd or 4th missile, taking that down. Unfortunate, no eyes anymore for these Mi-24Ps, but they are moving to peek and see. Oh, looks like Delta Force now moving into the woods, and the UH-1D being fired upon by those by the Mi-24s. Mi-24s moving in now. Let's snap to them and see what they're gonna do. Oh boy. Yeah, so they're at this point definitely want to scout since it's early game for enemy big enemy units, like for instance the command unit or an exposed tank. That's a high level. Here we go. Cue the music from Apocalypse Now. Excuse me as I clear my throat. I just tear up when you see this this beauty of the pack just annihilating the command unit there. Let's go back over to other units of the battlefield then. Let's see what else is going down. Gulf is now being defended a little bit more. Looks like the Mi-24Ps are now going to be retreating quickly. The Huey now returning, more Hemmets being brought out as well. Paladin not opening fire just yet. UAZ has now captured Echo, yours truly, and BRDM-1 from Lennon is being brought out. Traveling light, it seems, this round for me. Doing a little bit of defense, but a lot more offense. Already scoring us 200 points to the 65 for that one destroyed scout helicopter that you saw earlier. Chaparral's now stalking those Mi-24s just to see the Mi-24Ps, just to see if they'll try to attack Bravo. And in that case, the enemy would get 85 plus 106 in points. Actually, I'm not sure if both of those are 106, but they definitely bring in quite a bit of points, definitely over 100 if they were to destroy those. Hemmet now moving in. Let's take a look at this. It's basically a fuel truck. That is it's an American resupply unit, a logistics truck, and extremely fast as well. In fact, the speed on that is 60. So very good for a land-based vehicle. In fact, this is slightly smaller than the Cadillac Escalade, for sale now in dealerships near you, America. Alright, so let's take a look at what's going on this right side. Looks like the enemy is now capturing Delta, bringing up more infantry and a group of VABs, which is French, possibly Milan 1 or Milan 2 anti-tank, rather ATGM infantry. Roland also parking there, and a Leopard pulling in there too. It's hard to zoom in on those because once they go into the woods they become transparent. But let's take a look at a couple of these vehicles. Here you have your Bradley CFV, your scout unit equipped with the autocannon and the tow missile launcher up there to the right. We also have another group of Bradleys, non-scout units, which just mean that they're not equipped with as many optics. And it looks like we have 15 ATGM troops there as well. So as you can see, the enemy is defending pretty well on right and left, definitely around the center, but we're also doing the same right and left, just a little closer with Gulf here. But Echo is pretty open, and it doesn't look like they want to make a move. I'm sure they're pretty scared now on my helicopters moving around and stalking them from earlier, definitely because they're bringing in a Marauder Roland 2. Let's take a look at that. That is the it's basically a French, I believe. Let's take a look. The Roland is a French design, I believe, of anti-aircraft, but it's on the Roland, which is a German chassis, but definitely a great anti-aircraft gun. Accuracy 10 on that, but you have to be awfully close to use it. 2,801 meters on that, so not. The Chaparrals have double that, but definitely the accuracy is very important there. So a little bit of a stalemate here, and moments like this in battle is where you want to slowly recon. You know, it's not like, oh, this is boring, I want to attack, because that would lead into a little bit of trouble. As you can see, the enemy's just bringing out more Leopard 2s. I can't quite remember exactly what they are. Oh, they're 1A1s. and more HEMETs being brought out as well. So they're definitely reinforcing that right flank. And the center flank is pretty well defended as well, those Bradleys there, along with the Leopard. Definitely a good situation for them to attack and also defend. At this point, if I were them, I would scout, echo, and attack it immediately. But what we're doing here is I'm already bringing up a scout unit to scout Alpha and see what's going to happen there, and the enemy already bringing in a command unit. Now this is the kind of battles that I like. It is slower, but there are quick moments of action. This is kind of like a snake bite, you know. You want to be cautious around it, but if you move too quickly and too fast at it, you're going to get bit, and then you're slowly going to be taken down by the poison, which will probably be the stupidity of your attack. Really, no attack is stupid, I suppose, so long as you're attacking the enemy's weakness. You definitely want to bring in the right units for the right job. Like, for instance, over here, the VABs with the ATGMs and the riflemen are two good units to keep in the woods because they can fend off tanks, and also if it's rushed with infantry, they can fight back a little bit. So the position might be able to be taken, but with these leopards here, and the leopards now beginning to move, that definitely gives the enemy a little bit of an advantage to hold that position like that. As you can see, there's a lot of infantry defending hotel, a lot of anti-aircraft as well. The heroes of the beginning of the battle, the Mi-24 Ps, have been mostly refitted with ammo, fuel, and everything else. And it looks like those leopards are moving without air cover towards hotel and without scouting, so that's one of the enemy's probably second mistakes. First, not bringing out the and even more Rolands now being brought out to Alpha to defend that. Not going to make the same mistake twice for Dynasticks, which is nice. Dynasticks, it sounds like a nice nice thing that you could get at the supermarket if you're hungry. Instead of macaroni and cheese, why not some Dynasticks just for dinner? Available now in your grocer's freezer. So those leopards are now going to be moving right into the edge of the forest, definitely here, and this is heavy cover for those leopards, and Mi-24 is probably going to see those in just a moment. This is the kind of battle that's interesting again, because the attack could come from any team at any time, and so we're both afraid to attack because we both know that it is a snake bite. Once you get bit, it can be hard to come back, but it is done with a little bit of time. Right now, there's 2 attacks going on. VAB's probably moving towards the woods there, but let's take a look at the Leopard's tanks. One of them taken out by the Mi-24 Ps. Another one taken out, and the other 2 stunned now by those. I'm not exactly sure if the Mi-24's got it, but Conqueror's definitely causing a bad fur day for those Leopards there, unfortunately. Yes, indeed, you can see the Conqueror's bad fur day, as we like to call it here on the channel. ATGM group, accuracy of 7 and AP power of 10, causing a very bad fur day on those leopards there that were destroyed so quickly I couldn't even remember. Conqueror's causing another bad fur day over here, destroying a VAB, and let's see if those. I can't believe the HEMETs are actually brought out in front. Apparently, storming the bridge with transport of supply units. Roland now moving out. The AMX-30 Roland rushing towards the front. Actually, hard to tell what the hell the front is on this thing. Finally retreating now. VAB destroyed. Roland taken out now. Ba-boom! And looks like that attack was, I guess, completely destroyed. Over here you missed an Abrams being destroyed. Mi-24 Ps rushing in, since the enemy didn't attack with any anti-aircraft. You can only assume they didn't have it. Now calling out chaparrals to cause a bad day for the Mi-24s, which are going to slink away. And it looks like also anti-aircraft helicopters are being brought out as well. Mi-24 is now going for the command. Let's see what can be done. Also the riflemen being destroyed. In this game, you also want to predict where the enemy is going to hide their command, and of course, in a rather empty area like this, it's going to be in a wooded area. And there they go with a quick blast from the Gatling cannon, and there they go. That's it. That's the end of the command, and that's the end of reinforcements for Delta. Other than that, of which they've already called in OH-56, geez, 58 CSs. Geez, they really have. They really like those letters and numbers. Hitting one Mi-24, taking it down to about a third of its health. A couple more hits. firing Stinger missiles. Chaparral's now doing a good number on those too. One of them already destroyed, and it looks like, oh, will the other one be able to make it? Oh, almost. They did take it down. Mi-24s, at least 2 of them surviving. Very unfortunate. Paladin firing way in the back, and I'm not exactly sure what they're firing at. Mi-24's piece coming back to refit, refuel, and rearm, and it looks like the Oh-No's, well, that's what we'll call those. The Oh-No's are now trying to pursue the Mi-24s, which are going to lure it right into a trap. Oh yes, look at that. The buck's already starting to move. Lennon knows what's going on. He knows exactly what I'm doing, luring him right back to try to follow me. Swoop back around to the other side of the river, and here we go. Watches the buck, which is just the basic level buck, now fires its missile. Helicopter's already turning around. They do see it. One of them lost. Paladin firing at perhaps the Conqueror's area. Something right here. I'm not exactly sure if there was a vehicle there before. A lot of action here. A lot of little engagements, which mean all the battle. In fact, the points now are Pactus to 830, NATO to 256. This is an interesting battle because there's these small skirmishes, and this is exactly, you know, what happens in North Korea and South Korea on the border all the time. You know, 4 guys will open fire and then they'll retreat again, and there's a big hubbub over it. But here we're talking multi-million-dollar weapons. Chaparral's low ammo over here. In fact, they're empty after their barrage on the Mi-24 is only destroying 2 of them. But those are 4 missiles each, I believe, and I'm not sure if this is the... I believe this is the more advanced unit that can fire further. So they've dispensed all of their missiles, and they're rather defenseless now. Given or keep in mind, in the game, if I was to attack with helicopters, I would be able to see if they were empty or not, and I'd definitely be able to engage. Paladin now firing on, whoa, just behind the helicopters, doing a little bit of striking around the forest, but not in it, which to me would be the logical area to engage. Oh wow, he's close to the buck. I'm not exactly sure what he's engaging. Must be this entire area here trying to hit something. Anyway, going back to what they're doing, looks like they've secured the left with a lot of anti-aircraft. Looks like they've secured the center, and also the right is still reeling from that earlier attack. Definitely denying them points and gaining us points by destroying that command unit. It was basically a free kill. BDRM 1 doing a little bit of scouting. Not sure exactly if that's moving, but let's take a look at that unit. Got that urban camo on. Very cool looking thing. Very strange. But yes, anyway, that's the BDRM 1. Doing a little bit of scouting over here, possibly for artillery that may or may not come in, but definitely you want to keep an eye on the enemy to see what they have around the corner for you if you do plan to attack. Let's see. Yes, there's oh yes, he wants, let's see who that is. Dynastix wants his transport trucks to be defended, and he seems to also be bringing up a command as well. This is a very slow battle. It's not relatively close in points, but due to the fact that the enemy has brought in a lot of anti-aircraft weapons, that's going to make it a ground battle. But we will be bringing in air support in the terms of flying shells. Akatsuya artillery being brought in, the 2253 Akatsuya artillery. It looks like there's going to be 4 of those, along with 4 peons, a buck, and a UAZ going to be scouting for targets and bringing in extra anti-aircraft protection for the artillery. Seeing here with the UAZ, what the enemy's bringing up, it looks like the Roland may take this position, but it can't fire on ground. It cannot fire on ground units, so it's going to kind of be a more of a staring contest in those woods, I suppose. Looks like he's what's his name? Dynastix. I'm not exactly sure. He responded to his own request to defend his own unit. I'm not sure what happened there, but anyway, the BDRM-1 is going to find those Hemeds if he doesn't get there soon. Command vehicle moved in again with no defense along the line. I mean, there are the chaparrals here, which are now finally being reloaded, but that's about it. Going back over here, Mi-24 is being brought out to engage that Roland. Is that me? Lennon doing that. Lennon bringing out the air to destroy the anti-aircraft gun. Peons moving. Akatsuya moving as well. Looks like they're in their final positions. We will have a full barrage in just a few moments. More than likely it will be on Bravo and probably the woods here if it's been scouted. Peons and Akatsiya not ready to fire yet, but the Mi-24 getting in close enough to... Oh, it looks like Peligro surrendered, it seems. Not exactly sure why, and he has left the game. I mean, he was losing, but not by much. Just wanted to leave. Not sure why he did that. Very strange. Very strange. But anyway, BMP 1P is moving in, and also BTR moving in with infantry, more than likely to take on that anti-aircraft gun and APC. 2 of them. Interesting. Alright, well, here's the fireworks for the show. Finally, Akatsiya now firing upon Bravo, where infantry could possibly be here in the woods or here. Definitely this is me firing, trying to find their command. I'm trying to end this battle now since it's dragged on for long enough. Again, not too much action going on, but as you can see, the BDRM-1 here has now captured these Hemets, and LAAD Red Eyes are now moving in to possibly destroy that BDRM. It's anti-aircraft missile, but they do have NAs and M16s, and they're down to 3 now. And there's also the M113. It could be anyone's battle. Lenin probably chose for that to be withdrawn a little bit to defend it from that M113. Boy, little small battles here. I like it. It's very interesting. Let's see. VAB's bringing up more units. Leopards being brought up. Artillery firing at... Ooh, peons now firing. Oh, we've got 8 peons here. Oh boy. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is sweet. Look at that artillery flag. Cannot tilt the camera up a little bit more, but we'll definitely follow it, see where it's falling. Looks like it's falling on the FOB and possibly around the command. Definitely this here is the area of fire, though. Did land close, though, destroying the Paladin. Or not destroying it, but stunning it and not causing any damage. The command unit not damaged, but the Roland possibly just slightly. Boy, look at that artillery fire. It's the mid. Nice cloudy day, and then, oh, what the... Nice. Ooh, whoa! Whoa! We actually did destroy the command unit. Wow, I was kind of like in a peaceful mode there. And that artillery destroying the command unit, almost destroying that Roland there. Peon doing its job. Took only 8 of them. They are 70 each. Those are a little bit more just because it shows, because they've become higher in rank, so they're worth more points. But wow. Wow. So we'll see the end of this mission in just a few moments then. And I would like to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. This is more of a cruising episode of the multiplayer Wargame European Escalation. Again, you know, some battles are more action-packed than others. It just kind of depends on what we feel like doing at the time, what seems like the right choice to make. Lenin bringing up infantry to attack. Wow, loading that wooded area rather completely with infantry and a few armored personnel carriers. Artillery now just firing barrages, trying to get the last couple of points, probably trying to clear those command areas. Now reinforcements being brought in from the right flank. 3 M2A1 Bradleys being brought in as well. And by the way, Dynastics will now take control of all of Peglero's units. I say his name different every time. I have no idea how to say that name. But yes, this is more of a relaxing battle, just trying to zoom across the map just to see whatever we can see. Artillery now firing closer at the woods where Dyna has put a few, let's see, Stingers and Milan troops as well. Oh, looks like the Leopards are coming in. Let's hop on the back of them and see what they're up to. Panzer Battalion rolling in here. Wow, wow, wee woo, the Tiger tank of the modern day battlefield. Wow, doing a lot of shaking here, a lot of artillery being hit. Here comes the ATGMs from the Conquerors trying to cause a bad fur day for those Germans. Hold on. Oh, looks like they did take it out. Let's see what's still left here. Bradley opening fire on the Conqueror's bad fur day, taking fire from the right. Jeez, let me get my mouse over here. Conqueror's trying to cause another bad fur day for the Germans. Oh, turning his front armor to face him. Whoa, that was close. No cigar. They're probably going to get hit in the flank. This tank will be taken down eventually. with not much else going on in the battlefield. Oh, destroying a buck. Oh, did take a hit there. Oh, he's only down to 3 notches of health for this one unit left. Oh, finally being destroyed by the Mi-24Ps. Let's pick it up with that second tank. Stunned. Hold on. And is he making it? Oh, he's panicked. Oh, finally destroyed. And that's the end of the battle there. That was the final unit that was destroyed to cause the end of that battle. Wow. It's been a long day, friends and fans, of playing this game with Lennon, and I'd like to thank him personally for taking the time out of his busy day in dodging bullets from the IRA and nail bombs to drop some real bombs on noobs, if you will. But anyway, yes, so that was a slower mission. There'll be more of those close-ups in the future. I'd like to ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe again. Keep in mind, this was a little bit more laid back than what we're used to in these missions, but you know, a good game. So again, like, comment, and subscribe. Take a look at those other videos, and until next time, friends and fans, this is Raptor reminding you to keep your password and your pimp hand strong.